Welcome to the What Now podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Powers. Follow along as I figure out how to go from feeling lost and at a crossroads in my life to hopefully, eventually, being found. If you have ever felt like you needed a change or pivoting from your current experience is necessary, but you just don't know how, join me. Wanderers are always welcome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to What Now, a podcast for the lost and found. This is your host, Amanda. This episode for this week is just going to be short and sweet. I am currently traveling in Florida, visiting friends, and I went to my sister-in-law's bachelorette. If you cannot tell, my voice is a little hoarse, and I'm very tired, but it's been a good time. I just wanted to come on here and, keep up for consistency's sake and just have kind of a quick chat. I've been traveling, so we flew down this past Thursday to stay in Fort Lauderdale for the bride's bachelorette, and we had a great time. Lee said that she absolutely loved it, and it was super cool getting to meet all of her friends and put faces to names and, finally get out of the group chat. There's all those memes all the time about, the best girls are the girls that the best girls groups are the girls groups that get out of the group chat. All their combos finally make it out. Their trip ideas finally make it out. And so that was fun to see that come to fruition and have that adventure come to life for her. I am super stoked. It's going to be a really lovely wedding. All of the women that I met this weekend, they're strong, powerful, thoughtful, funny, kind, and just doing great things in the world, in their own space. And I am just honored to have been included with the group. Most of those girls have met my brother or knew my brother from when all of them were in college together, or at least living in Boone around the same time period. So I think it was probably equally neat for them to meet another half of Jackson's world as well. So it was fun. Had a great time. I don't know how much Lee would want me to tell you about the entire event, but it was a good time. We did go out dancing a lot, and we had a pool and a hot tub on the Airbnb property. We were just a couple blocks away from the beach. So we were able to walk around and do both, and that was really nice. I haven't been, honestly, I don't actually remember the last time I was near an ocean. Maybe a family trip to Hawaii might have been the last time, probably, pretty sure. So 2023, January of 2023, so well over a year. And I missed it. I definitely miss it. I can see why people love tropical areas and vacationing in the Caribbean, and I can understand physically living in Florida. I don't know about politically all the time, but I get it. It's beautiful here, and good food, good times, and it's just been fun. It was a good break that I guess I didn't really realize that I fully needed. I was telling a couple other friends because they were checking in on me while I was gone and asking me how things were going, and I remember waking up the morning after we went out Friday night. Yeah. So Friday night we went to this place for dinner called Cafe Ibiza, and it was a lot of fun, and it had a flamenco dancer there performing with her guitarist, and they would play music together and sing songs, and we had fun dancing with them and like cheering them on and just kind of enjoying the environment. And then after that we went to a couple of different bars on the same strip. A place called the Elbow Room, which was a locals only, cash only place, and we were not prepared with cash only, but we made it work. We found a way. And then after that we went to another dance club called Rock Bar and spent at least a good 3 solid hours there on the dance floor. And I remember waking up the next morning and just feeling, honestly, so alive, right? Like I read this study a long time ago. A friend of mine from work shared it about how exercise can influence your mood and help with, depression and anxiety. And they were testing, physical activities. So like how exercise can do that and which forms of exercise are the most impactful to reach that kind of result. And compared to like drugs, so SSRIs and other things like that. So drugs alone or exercise alone or exercise and drugs combined. And the number one way to improve your mood and help with depressive symptoms like that is dancing. Dancing like blew all the other theories, all the other forms of therapy way out of the water. So I got to experience that this weekend, and that was really great. And anybody that knows me, or at least knows me well, knows that I am either constantly dancing, coming up with songs in my own head, or making up dances as I go that actually are pretty good, even though I think they're funny. Most people are like, "Whoa, that's neat." But I had a really good time. It was great. I really needed it, and I haven't danced that freely, I think, in a very long time. And I miss it. I really do. When I was living in DC, when I first graduated college, there were at least a handful, like 4 or 5 different Latin clubs. So like places that would actually play reggaeton or Spanish speaking music. And I had friends that ended up joining bachata and salsa dance teams. And so I would go dancing with them every now and then and, try and pick up moves and not stay rusty. But it was always some of the most fun I ever had when I was living in DC, was going out to those clubs. And I admit I am rusty now because I haven't gone in quite a while, but I had fun, and it just kind of reinvigorated to me that like you can't, just because your life is changing, you shouldn't give up hobbies or events or things that you like to do, things that bring you joy. Yeah, maybe you move cities, or yeah, maybe you change jobs, or now you've got kids, or now you've got, a dog, or you're taking care of your aging parents or something, or you're in a relationship now. I've seen that happen too, where you get into a relationship and you absorb the personality or the hobbies of your partner rather than keeping your own individual path. And that can be tough. But I've realized that I've inadvertently given up things that I loved, probably because they were no longer convenient to get to. And convenience is a huge factor, I think, in maintaining a hobby like that. And plus, the older you get, like the more discouraged you can be sometimes about maintaining something that may or may not be cool anymore, or may not be in style anymore. And it's kind of like, that's silly, Amanda, because dancing's always in style. But it was good. It was good. I felt really good. I do have multiple bruises. One of my elbows is black, essentially. Don't know what happened. Don't know when I fell. Nobody knows. Nobody witnessed it. None of the other girls could tell me what happened. So hopefully my chiropractor isn't too disappointed in me when I get home. But also hopefully it won't be as glaringly bad of a color by the time I get home. But it was good. It was a good time. So that's essentially it. I just wanted to hop on here real quick. I can't talk long. Still got to work, telework the rest of this week. I am in Tampa, so I will be visiting with our good friend Stevie. She was episode 3, so go back and listen to that one if you want to prepare for next week's show. I'm going to interview her while I'm here, and then she will be episode 27. Isn't that exciting? Or I guess this is technically 27. I can't count. 27. She'll be episode 28. So super fun. I don't get down here very often, so I figured I would visit with her since I didn't get to see her back in January for Gasparilla. Might as well take advantage of the time while I have it. So that's really all I got. And I hope you are not neglecting your friend groups, and you're not neglecting the hobbies that you used to enjoy, and you're not neglecting things that bring you joy, because it's so important to maintain some solace of just connectedness, right? Even if everybody's looking for connection, hopefully amongst each other, but you also need to stay connected to yourself, stay grounded in who you are, and, maintaining your own identity, right? And that's maybe one reason why I started to feel lost in myself when I was, going through everything living in Philadelphia, because I wasn't doing the things that I used to love. I wasn't prioritizing me, really. So if you can find a way to do that, I really encourage you to keep it up, and whatever it is. Or if you found something new that you didn't think you would ever actually like, but for some reason it was fun for you, go back and do it again. Try it again. Keep going. Whether you're good at it or not, who cares? You don't have to be good at something to enjoy doing it. So that's what I would do. Find what brings you joy and go back and do it again. And again and again and again. Whatever you need to help you get out of your funk, whatever you need to remind you how important your friendships are, and how important, especially as a female, how important female friendships are when they are actually empowering and supportive and allow you to be exactly who you are in that moment in time. That's rare, right? So keep it up. Keep having fun. Find a way to not lose so much joy so quickly. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Or at least that's what this weekend has reminded me to do. I only get one life. I only get one. Or what is it? A Casey Musgrave song that you only get so many trips around the sun. And right now, I have to make the most of it. So I encourage you to do the same. Anyway, I am going to hop off here. I'm going to get to work. And I hope all of you have the best day ever. And don't forget to like, subscribe, rate me, leave a review, share the episodes with your friends. Any of the episodes you think they might enjoy, or it might be helpful for their to reflect on, anything that they need. You can always reach out to me with questions or suggestions for the show at askwhatnowpodcast@gmail.com. All of my contact information will be in the show notes, so you can find me on social media, and any discount codes for products you might want or use, are all labeled down there. These are all things that I've used before in my own life, or I have purchased and gifted to someone else who loves them. So anything you have, questions, happy to DM me, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But in the meantime, don't forget, wanderers are always welcome.